you have to encourage your peers. You have to encourage the people you live with, okay? People are hard on themselves, guys. And no matter how good somebody looks and they seem like they have it all together, people are hard on themselves. So it could be that one moment of just communication one-on-one that you have with your spouse or with your partner, like I did last night, to encourage them on something. You have to be that person that can also communicate to people one-on-one to inspire them. If you're going to inspire from the stage, get good at doing it one-on-one. Does this make sense? Yes? Because really, all you're doing from the stage is you're having a conversation with people. And so to kind of dispel the myth of like speaking is hard or it's challenging to actually get up on stage, it's actually not challenging at all if you think of it from the perspective of all day long you talk with people one-on-one, yeah? All the time. So if you're in communication with people one-on-one and what you do is talk for a living, it would make it no different to get up on stage and actually talk for a living, yeah? So have a conversation with people. Communicate with them. When you're doing it in a room, your energy just needs to be a little bit bigger because you have more people. So it's like if you had 3 people in front of you, your attention would go here, here, and here to talk to 3 people. If you have 100 people, you would go bigger, so your intention would go out to 100 people. And that's the difference. And the whole thing of stage fright is like, what's this stage fright? I get nervous when I get up on stage. Well, some people get nervous when they talk to people one-on-one. For the first decade of my career, I was like 21 years old in the life insurance business, and I would sit there and I got promoted at like 22, 23. I was a partner at that time. And I would sit down in front of people who were like twice and 3 times my age, and I would have to recruit them and tell them to leave their jobs and come work with me and go on commission only. Now, at 23 years old, that's not an easy conversation. I think in the beginning of every conversation I have, my throat would tighten up, my face would like lock up, and I'd have nerves inside my body for a decade. So it's like, what is this thing? It's actually the training of getting used to communicating, getting comfortable communicating, and doing your thing. So if you feel like, hey, I'm a little bit nervous, or I have this energy that I'm feeling, well, if you're in a room or you're on a live stream and you have hundreds of people like we do right now, you actually have to show up in a way of the energy that's actually commensurate with what you're doing. Meaning, if you're like, okay, I'm about to get in front of a room, and I'm going to be like this, and you know your energy requires this, how do you think your body's going to feel if you're like this? Body's going to break down. Body's going to be like, you're going to get nervous. Why? Because you know you have to be like this, and then your body's like this, and so all this energy is coming through, and you get nervous. Anybody ever experienced this before? Yes? Yes? Yeah. So that's just how the game is, right? And after you do it hundreds of times or thousands of times, you eventually realize that you have to show up to a room in alignment with how the energy is.